Hey, all right. Yeah, so we back. I'm gonna just wait till a couple people get up in here. Yeah. I'm not sure if my phone was like shaking. Like I'm saying this is a still shot right here. So if this phone is shaking while it's doing this, I gotta figure it out. But this right here is a still shot, and I'm about to look at this right here when I upload it to see if it was shaking. But we're gonna wait for a couple people to come back up in here though. See what's popping. See what's popping. But the DJ ain't dancing, he getting blue notes, kudos, pseudo, numo, uno, I be like uno, I made a udo. Kid is true, you and two. Won't call you number one, but yeah, they call it the dudes. Ain't that some shit? What's this? Who we got? Hey, what up, Naisha? What's up? Wait for. I just uploaded. I had. Alright, that's a bit. Hell yeah, appreciate it. Alright. I'm gonna see. You don't need no. You don't need nothing, do you? Because I might hit the store before you get here. But you might hit the store before you get here too. So shit. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait for a couple people more to come up in here so we start right back up. I feel like RZA Islam right now. But ain't no Islam and my name ain't RZA. Ain't no Islam, my name ain't RZA. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah, so we up in here. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Let me get my beard shaped up. Yeah. Shout out to the dark skinned brothers out there in the world, man. You know, we taking over. You know, we out here, man, taking over, man. You know what I mean? 2019, 2020, we out here, man. Shout out to us, man. Underappreciated like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? They don't appreciate us, man. They don't appreciate us till we got $1. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers. Better ask about us, shit. We the ones. And the twos. Destiny. All I know is, yeah. yeah. Yeah, you already know. Yeah. What's up? Who we got? I see a third one. I see a third one. I see the third. That's two. They must just like that. All right, bet shit. I'm gonna get started. All right, so basically, this is like the part 2 of what I was just talking about earlier. Basically, we was just talking about you are not your thoughts, and I'm trying to start doing live videos, talking about spirituality, insight, to just talking about music, talking about the current state, and just kind of giving a little bit of guidance, a little bit direction into what we might just perceive as like messed up or whatever the case may be, whatever adjective you want to put on that, but give mundane things or something that we don't have any clue about a negative connotation, when really it might just be an influence of a planet, or it might just be something that's just going on. So that's what we had to talk about. I believe when I last left off, I was telling you that you always got to remember that you are not your thoughts. You are a spirit. You are nothing. If anything, you are nothing. Your spirit is nothing. And what I mean by that is that you always it's wise to put yourself in a zero circumference. And the zero circumference is about being abundant, being content. Now I know that we over here have the word content. We might think that, oh yeah, being content. Nah, man, I can't be content. Ain't where I want to be in life right now. I got to get it. I got to keep on getting it. And I get that. You feel me? Keep on getting it and do what you got to do. But being content in that facet, I'm not talking about being content. I'm talking about to not ever need, and not ever, because you don't want to use never nor ever, because you always might come back to what you're talking about. You might never want to do, but you always want to be content. You always don't want want anything or have to need anything. You always want to be satisfied. You want to put yourself, what's up, G? You want to put yourself on the floor and put 2 feet on the ground, do a 360 and see around you. You know, shoot, what I got going for myself. I got a roof above my head. You know, I got a phone in my hand. I can speak to my people. I can speak to the masses. I can deliver a message. I mean, you know, my situation, I'm in school right now. I got a meal plan right now. You know, with other people, they might just don't know where the next meal gonna come from. But yet and still, I feel that, you know, I'm lacking. Yet and still, I feel like I'm overwhelmed. Yet and still, I feel like, you know, I'm not reaching my goals, or my goals have supersede me or some things or whatever that sort. So wherever you have that type of logic, wherever you have that type of mindset, everything around you is going to manifest and it's going to reflect exactly how you feel. Instead of you looking at the sun outside, you'll notice that rain a lot more. And if you can't notice this damn heat, this heat been hot. So, you feel me? This heat been hot and this sun been out. So you should see the sun. The sun is out and shining. And that motherfucker hot. You know what I mean? But aside, you know, shoot. Aside from all that, you always want to put your feet down. You always want to make sure that you're in a grateful type of tone. And you know, just in a thankful type of tone. Because what that does for you internally, it over here helps out with your heart space. It helps out with your chakras. You have 7 chakras, and it helps out, you know, with your mentality. So basically, you treat people a lot better. You know, you go about the world a lot better. You're more inclined to shake somebody's hand. You're more inclined to open up the door for somebody. You're more inclined to do just a little bit more to show that you care. You know what I mean? And that's the space that you would like to be in. A lot of us right now, you know, we growing up, and we looking to the right and to the left, and we don't know when the next opportunity gonna come. We over here saying, I'm not in a relationship right now, I'm alone. Or granted, I ain't got that bag that I want right now. You feel me? I ain't got no diamonds in my mouth. I ain't got no prissy cuss in my chains and shit. You know what I mean? So everybody, you know, we over here feel like, not everybody, but people can be inclined to think that the material aspect of their purchases validates their current status or their current mentality or their current, you know, who they are and how they should feel. And that's not necessarily the case. I was just looking at this Dame Dash interview with No Jumper and the dynamics in there. And see, man, I stay around a whole lot of niggas, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the boys. But I stay around a whole lot of just doggone niggas, man. Niggas just be loud as hell. So, I just seen this damn podcast and everything. Basically, Dame Dash, and I spoke this about my last video. I kind of expounded on what astrology meant. But Dame Dash, he's a Taurus. And the other guy, the interviewer, was a Sagittarius. Now, Dame Dash... Now, being a Taurus, I should say this for one, Uranus is in Taurus right now. And Uranus rules being the individuality. So Uranus is whenever Uranus goes into any other sign, it's for 7 years. The moon changes every 2 days. The Saturn changes every couple months. Mercury changed every doggone, you know, couple months too. But Uranus and other, you know, type of planetary planets have different modalities when it comes to time. So what I'm saying is this, that Uranus is over here focused on being the individuality. It's now going to be in Taurus for the next 7 years. For the last 7 years, it was in Aries. So Aries, they were feeling weird. They were feeling overwhelmed. Everything that they were passionately invested into, they weren't sure that, you know, they probably started a YouTube channel. Probably got in a new business, probably started school. They weren't sure, you know, like, damn, you feel me? Is this going to work out? Whatever. Little did they know, everybody was looking at them, what to do and what not to do. So now the turn is on the Tauruses. So a lot of Tauruses has been feeling overwhelmed. But that's aside from the fact. I looked at the dynamic of the video because being that I know that Taurus is the sign, them niggas, for the next 7 years, I'm seeing what Dame Dash has to respond to the questions of the Sag, a.k.a. the interviewer. So, if y'all don't know the story behind Dame Dash and Jay-Z started Rockefeller. They were partnerships and everything. And Jay-Z being the Sag and Dame Dash being And my brother Miles, his moon sign is a Taurus too. So all Taurus moon signs, ascendants, and sun signs are all going through it for the next 7 years and everything. But whatever you manifest in this 7 years, whatever that you stick with, whatever that you do, is gonna pay off to the utmost, like something that you could never even fathom in your imagination. And so everybody's looking at y'all right now. But make sure, whatever you do, make sure it's positive. Well, don't make sure, but I would suggest that you would plant good seeds right now. And planting good seeds, you always have to be aware, have a little bit of strategy. And that's why I look at, planners, because that's the type of strategy about me. If I know that, granted, people are going to be short-tempered today, or people are going to be highly invested into themselves. And being that you're a Libra, you know what I mean? I know that internally you're fair and everything. So can't nobody really sway your emotions, you know what I mean? You feel me? You got your feet on the ground. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel mad if I don't want to feel mad. Ain't nobody gonna turn me up if I don't want to turn up my damn self. You feel me? Like, that's a Libra. I rock with y'all heavy. But what Libras might get unbalanced at is when they get external with it. So now they over here offering a new perspective, offering a new way of seeing things. And they over here see that they might be talking to a Cancer. A Cancer is about the home, it's about the heart and everything. So a Cancer might be selfish, thinking in their mentality, man, it's about me. And selfish get the negative connotation off of being selfish. Selfish keeps you at a number one thing. You want to be more selfish to yourself, because right now, for the next 7 years, it's all about being an individual. Be an individual. Be selfish to yourself. If something don't feel right, remove yourself from it. If something does feel right, kind of lean towards it, and kind of learn it. And then, granted, when your time comes, your time will come. You'll know what to do with it. But with that being said, so whenever it comes to Libras, they over here start talking external and everything, they might get opposition because they're offering a new way of seeing things. They want to be fair about it. But you might have somebody on the opposing end of the stick that's like, nah, I'm not with that, trying to be fair. I want this, just me. This is what I want. So Libra gonna be like, why is everybody acting weird today? Like, you feel me? Like, people just over here just to themselves. They don't want to doggone be communicative. They just in their head, shit, is it something with me? And of course, they ain't gonna see with me. And another thing that Libras don't like is you don't like no damn yes man. You don't want somebody that's always agreeing with you, because that relationship is unbalanced. We talking about balance at a high regard. Whenever you're balanced, it has no's oppositions just as well as you have pessimism and you have optimism. Now, if you're just highly optimistic, you're going to manifest a lot of yes men around you. And if you manifest a lot of yes men around you, you'll never be satisfied. Because, yeah, you'll never be satisfied. But aside from all that, I didn't dive too deep into being a Libra. Basically, I want to touch on a generalization of, what we're going through right now and how to get through it, or kind of see a different perspective around it. But you are not your body. So that's why I left off at. You're not your body. You're not your penis. You're not your breast. You're not your ass. You're not your titties. You're not anything. You're a soul. And you've been here plenty times before. And I need a... Did they take the fan out this junk? Them whole ass niggas took the fan out this motherfucker, didn't they? Hell yeah. Hot ass damn room. Alright, bet. So yeah, that's basically what we talking about. I took my doggone fan, I'm sweating. But aside from that, just get back into it. You always want to put yourself in the modality of just over here, just zero, or you want to be number one. You know what I mean? And that takes a little bit of selfishness. That takes, time and everything. And you always got to remember, your first time stepping out on faith won't be your 50th time stepping out on faith. Your 50th time is going to be way different from your first time. So you always got to remember, be consistent, stick with it, and over here believe in yourself, because granted, you should. You deserve the best. The universe is going to get you everything that you deserve. It doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't owe you a miracle, because it gave you everything when you were here, when you were born with. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we over here like to reach out and everything. We like to feel lack. Oh, I ain't got enough. I ain't got enough. You'll never have enough with that type of mentality. You'll never be abundant. You'll never see the manifestations of what God really has in store for you. But He can't never give it to you if you're always in a modality that, oh, this ain't enough. This ain't it right there. I need more. I need more. You know what I mean? Now, granted, whenever you start putting yourself in the modality of being number one, you will get a lot of opposition, man. I ain't gonna cap. You gonna get a lot of opposition. A lot of people might not even like who it's coming from just because of, your past and everything. But you always gotta remember, whatever you do in your past will put you in your present. And whatever you decide to do with your present will over here determine your future. Always remember that, you know what I mean? So you're not living for anybody else. You're not living for the validation or the gratification of people giving you praise or anything like that. You feel me? You're living to experience, to learn, and to become wholesome. You don't want a peace of mind. You want to be whole. We don't want just a piece. We deserve the best out here. You deserve the absolute best. Don't let nobody ever tell you different. A lot of people, they're going to try to weigh you down. They're going to try to talk down on you. They're going to say, granted, oh, you ain't got no degree, or you ain't finished school, or whatever the case may be, or you ain't this, you ain't that. They're going to try to come at you and everything. And with that being said, you don't ever attack those people. You just got to attack the spirit. Other people, they can over here put things in their body and can manifest in the spirit within them. Now, you go to the ABC store. What does ABC stay right after the C? ABC spirits. You can put a spirit about yourself. You can put a spirit of hate about yourself. You can put a spirit of a Jezebel about yourself. You can put a spirit of a parasite about yourself. You can put a spirit of a succubi about yourself. And you got to attack those spirits. But that's when you become spiritually groomed within yourself and you become abundant and you can peep it out. Now, I know that granted, it's a couple of my partners and everything that, like, I can over here be upset with something. I can voice it to them, and I can see that they become upset just as well as I can. But I know what being upset does to the body, to the mind, and to the spirit. It kind of closes them off. It kind of captivates them. It kind of just, like, weighs them down. And with that being said, once you notice that you have that type of influence to your immediate surrounding, that lets you know that you have a lot of responsibility. And with that responsibility, it lets you know that, okay, granted, maybe, I need to not necessarily voice my opinion. Maybe I should, work out or something like that. Don't keep it inside, because once you keep it inside, you feel me, it can fester and it can come out very violently and brutally, but kind of make it constructive however you come out, I would suggest. I'm not in the authority. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do, because, see, a lot of spirits follow that one spirit that talks about authority. He wants to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I'm not that. I'm just always going to give you a suggestion. I'm going to always give you the facts of what's going on and how, it would be wise to move about it. Granted, if you take my advice, you take my advice. If you don't, you don't. Ain't no love lost. I got to do what's best for me. You got to do what's best for you. So with that being said, just always remember, you are not your body, you are not your penis, you are not your hands, you not your face, you not your breast, you not your whatever. You feel me? You are a spirit. And you always want to be abundant. And life ain't going nowhere. So every day that you think that, man, this shit just bad, man, I can't get with it. You might just wake up one, and I ain't putting no shame on nobody, because granted, it's so many levels of indoctrinations that you can get lost in. It's crazy and everything. I was going to say, oh, you wake up and smoke every day, oh, you wake up and drink every day, but we've been programmed to think that, granted, oh yeah, that's a shame that they do that. That's a shame that they do that. That is a lazy energy. Always remember, you get what you deserve. So if you decide to indulge in smoke, and your body start hyperventilating, or you get shortness of breath just walking up the street, you deserve that. If you drink every day and you sweat and then your body starts getting clammy, you deserve that. If you drink in moderation and you can maintain, you deserve that. If you smoke in moderation, you can maintain, you deserve that. The universe will always give you what you deserve. But you always got to remember that your spirit always wants what it wants. So when we go to talk to being content, it's very hard to be content. That's like doing weightlifting in the esoteric realm. Because the spirit gonna always want what it want. It's gonna want. And that might be why life is a lesson. Because the spirit knows what it wants, but it don't know what it needs. You can say that you thirsty, and you can over here be like, the spirit be like, I'm thirsty. Now, granted, in the morning, it'll be wise to drink orange juice and maybe water. You feel me? Juice or water. But granted, your spirit saying it's thirsty. So what it need probably would be that, but instead you decide to get that gin. You decide to get that bottle. You decide to get that handle, and boom, boom, boom. Now, you know what happens. The rest of the day, you feel me? You kind of, well, it depends, because granted, it's a lot of functioning alcoholics out here that can do that, but their body, might not adhere to their mentality. I was just saying, So that's just what it is. So they can go about the world, in a closed off, limited like mind space, and the only person they're gonna hurt is themselves. Now the thing is this: they talk about heaven and hell and things like that. So you always gotta remember, heaven and hell is just a state of being. You have different dimensions. You have the first. It's nine dimensions. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10. Hell is just the same cycle again, and you want something different, and you're not willing to do anything different about it. So you're going to always experience a hell type of state. Heaven is over here making sacrifices as far as like, okay, yeah, and disciplining yourself. Yeah, maybe I should be going to bed at 12 o'clock when I have an 8 o'clock class. Maybe, it's not wise to drink every school night. Maybe, things of that sort. Like I said, your spirit's always going to want what it wants, but it doesn't know what it needs. It needs discipline. It needs stability. It needs nourishment. It needs accountability. Discipline. Make sure that you got work in the morning. Make sure you over here taking yourself to bed. There's a lot of things that you can do that can help your mental space. And another thing, I see that mentalities in your mental space, is like a warfare right now. People don't know if they're going crazy or not. Personally, for me, when it came to going out in this world, I was, kind of personally, I felt nervous. The habits that I was practicing back in the day, I was, smoke, I would, drink and everything. And not to be shamed, but that's just how I released. That was my meditation, at that point in time. And that was a low vibrational meditation. And what I got out of that, I deserved, I deserved, the hardships that I went to, and I deserved the little piece of heaven that I did get whenever it worked in my favor. But I know that I want a lot more. I know my spirit wants to be abundant. I know my spirit wants to adhere to the glory and the blessings that God has in store for me in the highest regard. I don't just want a peace of mind. I want to be whole. So, with that being said, what I changed in my life, I was looking at, I was, smoking cigarettes. I was drinking every night. I was looking at pornography. I was over here, just kind of getting lost in different lights. I was getting lost in what being masculine mean. I was getting lost in thinking that life was about a dick swinging contest. Over here making sure, you got a hard on every single time you talking shit shorty. I was over here, oh yeah, if it ain't about a bag, I ain't talking about shit. You know what I mean? Just, lost up in, not shit. Now over here realizing my true potential, my true worth, and living for myself, living for the gratification and for the validation of others. And that ain't no way to live. That is a way to live, but ain't no way to live for me. And I can't go out like that. I want better for that. So with that being said, what did I change? I got introduced, so I found out about this community called NoFap. And basically NoFap was like, no pornography, no masturbation, no orgasm and everything. And I started practicing that, and I seen the benefits come from it. And for guys, I'm not saying that this is the only way, but this is what helped me out. That helped me, to stop. And the reason I did that, and the reason why NoFap is a community, because whenever you look at those type of visuals, your dopamine is drained. Your serotonin is drained. Your dopamine and your serotonin are chemical messages in your body that gives you the feeling of glee, that gives you the feeling of happiness, that gives you the feeling of solitude, security. So if you deplete yourself of all these nutrients, of all these things, then granted, you go out in a world with a mundane type of mindset, with a dull mindset. And yeah. Y'all ain't know I was gonna get this real. I understand. Like I said, your first time ain't your 50th time. And your 50th time ain't your first time. Stick with it. Stick with it. Can't nobody see your vision except for you. And can't nobody get to it except for you. What's good? Chris Will, what's poppin'? So yeah, we talking about spirituality, zero circumference. So those are the changes I made, and when I started grooming myself in that, I seen, my external was reflecting my internal. Internally, I was feeling better about myself because I know that I wasn't, practicing a behavior that was just, in my opinion, just kind of low, just kind of animalistic. You know what I mean? It took me out of my godly state. It took me out of the state where I can, reach out to people and I can grab attention. It took me out of the state where I could be funny at a moment's notice. It took me out of the state where I can be articulate at a moment's notice. It kind of dulled me. It kind of put me in a state of being where I was like, yeah, I could ride this. You feel me? Like, everybody. And you'll be surprised. A lot of people do this, and the norm kind of seems like that. But once you start to practice a different behavior, once you start to practice these type of different ideologies, well, once I started practicing that different ideology, I seen that I got a lot more attraction because my vibrations was being elevated to a point where I could hold a position amongst, my peers, and I could kind of be revered as, oh wow, like Malik, you've changed, or Malik, oh I like your vibe. It's different type of thing, you know what I mean? So, and I don't do it for the validation, but those are just the responses, and those are the things that came about me making that change. And of course, I'm gonna be grateful and I'm gonna be thankful for it. And it was in favor. It was favorable. I mess with it. I rock with it a lot. So you always gotta remember that my whole video today was about you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are not your penis, you are not your breast, you are not your ass, you are a spirit. You are a spirit. Ain't no of God. God is spirit. Ain't no the spirit of Jesus. Ain't no of. You are God. God is spirit. You were made in God's image. You are spirit, not of him. God is you. Always remember that. So you can manifest anything that you want to in this world. The universe don't owe you a damn squat diddly thing. The universe, what's good, Zay? The universe don't owe you a dang thing. Whatever you decide to do with your time, whatever you decide to do with your day, whatever you decide to do with your life, is what you deserve. And basically, yeah, that was today. I'm getting a little tired. Speak the facts, right? I tried to, man. I tried. I'm getting a little winded. Get a little tired over here, goddamn. But yeah, man. That's just what it's all about. And I just I've been seeing a lot of posts. A lot of people that they feeling like being without a relationship. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, we reaching out. And I would suggest to, all my partners out there, man, don't chase it, let it come to you. And that's with anything, man. Straight up. I mean, if you want that little shorty and everything, yeah, put in your work. Well, put in your work. Put in work as far as like that goes. You know what I mean? Like, be decent to her and everything. But honestly, you deserve the best. All right? And she and her spirit deserves the best too. Everyone deserves the best. But you know what I mean? To work for another spirit, I don't agree with. Now, if she's over here willing to and you're willing to make something happen, both, without, all them agreements, terms, and contracts, then go for it. You feel me? Over here, manifest it. Manifest that relationship. And y'all be cool with each other. But as far as working for somebody, working for them to like you, working for them to spend time with you, working for them to, woo to woo. Nah, I'm not with that. Because granted, I ain't chasing anybody, because if you're just as great as them, why would I'm not gonna expound on that. I was gonna take that whole other play. But just remember, man, you deserve the best. And she deserves the best. Everyone deserves the best. You don't have to work for anybody. You don't gotta work except for yourself and work on yourself and make sure that you adhere to your passions. And you over here adhere to what you want to do with your life and adhere to, the glory and the faith and abundance. And understand that it's wise to have a bit of a strategy about how you go through this, because you will be attacked. You will be attacked by people that don't know better, by spirits that don't know better. It's a lot of spirits out here that's young. It's a lot of spirits out here that's old. It's a lot of spirits out here that may be Jezebels. It's a lot of spirits out here that might be succubi. It's a bad spirits out here that might be parasites and everything. But see, the thing is, you never attack the person, you attack the spirit. Everyone's good. But we go through life and we got these growing pains, and then we over here put a spirit about ourselves, and then we feel like this is me. Nah, brother, that's not you. Nah, sister, this is not us. We over here are way better than that. And they done indoctrinated us in these thinking. They're over here, to me, I feel messed up. Not even messed up. I feel like upset when I hear scum. When I hear adjectives like, oh, he's scum of the earth. Oh, there's, or there, I really hate the B word. I don't mess with that word. And just negative insults and derogatory names. I really don't rock with, because to me, I'm feeling like, what makes you feel the need to call anybody anything? You feel me? It's just it's something personal with me. It's just, I really just don't rock with it. A lot of people, a lot of, barbershop talk, a lot of, locker room talk. Yeah, I understand. I agree. You feel me? Yeah, we can kick the whoop. You know what I mean? We can do all that and everything. But when you go out in the world and, you kind of looking down on somebody as if, you got, your Kool-Aid and woo-woo. Nah, I can't rock with it. So, with that being said, just always put yourself in a modality, in a position that you want to be abundant. You want to be in a frame of mind that you can achieve anything. Anything's achievable and everything. You feel me? Now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's hard, because your bill's not paid. You might be in a household with your parents. Your mama keep over here coming down on you. Your daddy keep coming down on you. Your peers over here might not feel you the way you would like to be felt. You know what I mean? But see, this is the thing though. Always start the initial with, I'm not looking for anything. I'm not reaching out for anything. I just want to be of service. And it's always wise, one thing that I've always, I had to learn the hard way. Once you get this information and you get the knowledge, you want to spread the message. You want to spread the word. But you can do more damage doing that. And you know why? Because granted, not everyone is looking for that. Not everyone is over here trying to hear what you got to say. My mama tell me best. If ain't nobody, my mama tell me, what did she tell me? Basically, let them come to you. If someone's seeking that information, then you give them that information, but you don't force it down their throat. And I think that's the kind of why we look at Islam as kind of radical, because granted, the guys with the bean pies on the middle of the highway, they over here trying to spread the good word. The intention is what I respect. And the intention is good because they got great intentions. But we always know that you have to have some strategy to it. You can push people away like that. People don't want to hear that. Now, you might have the purest and you might have the great intentions in the world, and I'll never take that away from you. Just, have some bit of strategy. And granted, if you don't want to have any strategy, always remember, it's all about you. You're the number one. So if you want to just soak in that information and make sure that you're on the right path and make sure that you over here living through your actions, and wherever that may be, it might not be, doing videos. It might be literally in that community, not saying the word to anybody, or talking with the community and putting that work in. Whatever the case may be, just keep moving forward and everything. Don't allow anybody to put you down. Don't allow anything, person, place, or thing to stagnate you. It's just not about people. It's not them. You got to understand, person, places, and things can give you energetic influences that may feel like it can be a hindrance, and that's not necessarily the case. And that's not necessary. And it may feel like it can be a hindrance, but that's not necessarily the case. You have the choice whether you want to roll with that feeling or you want to say, nah, I ain't rocking with it. You know what I mean? And that's just all on you. But yeah, man, shoot, man, I'm about to get off this live, man. My doggone eyes is crazy. And the message to me, your 50th time is not your first time, and your first time is not your 50th time. You got to keep going, my G. Man, love y'all. I'm going to holler.